Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Game Time YouTube channel. My name is Joe, and I am your host. We got K-State commentary for you. K-State versus Tulane post game. Let's go. All right, guys. So K-State gets the big win, 34-27. Big win, but I don't know if I really like how K-State played in this game. I'm gonna be honest with you. K-State probably should have lost this game. I think when you look at this game offensively, K-State was outperformed, offensively. Tulane outperformed K-State. Minus the huge turnovers, which are big, and they're game changers, and they're a part of the game. But minus those, K-State loses this game. Mensah, quarterback for Tulane, outplayed Avery Johnson. Outplayed him. He was much more productive quarterback, a lot more yards, and just commanded the offense much better. Was able to utilize his weapons much better. K-State just really not able to do that as well. But again, I think K-State was sufficient. Just not as explosive as I think we expected this year. So it's really, I don't know. I'm not sure what to make of it. So let's talk about it. Avery Johnson, 15-23 for 181 yards, 2 touchdowns. No interceptions. So no huge mistakes by Avery Johnson. DJ Giddens goes over 100 yards again. All right, 114 yards on 19 carries. Pretty good performance, Productive, right? But at halftime, K-State's down 20-10. Just not really able to move the ball consistently. We're able to get a few big plays, but somewhat pedestrian. And I'm not really sure if it's the play calling. I want to say it is, because honestly, when you look at this team to me is built to be a run heavy team. The running game is really the strength of this team. I mean, we've got, top notch running back, DJ Giddens. We've got top notch running quarterback in Avery Johnson. So really we should be leading with the rushing attack. I think that should be our identity. But it seems like what happens is we kind of begin the game scheming with the passing game. We throwing the ball, not really being productive in that aspect of the game. And then we end up reverting back to our roots, which is that rushing game. And it seems like we should really lead with that rushing attack. I don't know. The rushing attack should open up our passing game. But it seems like, especially when we start the game, we game plan with all these passing plays that kind of seem out of sorts. I don't think they're to our strengths. And I don't know. I think we need to make an adjustment there. But our receivers really didn't come to play again today. All right, DJ Giddens, leading receiver, 4 receptions for 63 yards. Why is our running back our leading receiver? If we've got good athletes in our receiving core, we need to be utilizing them. I don't think we are. We're not doing it very well. Keegan Johnson has a respectable game. 3 receptions for 51 yards. It's great to see him more involved in the offense. But Jace Brown today only has 1 reception for 17 yards. So that receiving core is really leaving a lot left to be desired. And to be honest with you, I honestly think it's how we're scheming things. I think it's how we're running our offense. I really think that we really need to identify ourselves as a run first, run heavy team and really punch teams in the mouth with the running game. Be very aggressive with that. I think if we did that more, that might open up our passing game. But for now, passing game is just, it exists, it's there. And it is somewhat productive. We almost forced it a little bit too much. And we're going to come across a team that's really going to be able to shut it down. I don't know. We got some work to do there. Defensively, Tulane offense was able to move the ball on this defense very, very regularly. A lot of holes in that secondary today. I'm not really sure if they were able to kind of scheme against us. Maybe they saw something against this defense that they could exploit. But I mean, the Mensah kid, he was a stud. 19 of 29, 342 yards passing. 2 touchdowns and the 1 interception there to end the game. He was extremely productive in the passing game. Okay, we couldn't do much with him, on a regular basis in this game. Second half, I think we were able to get more pressure on him. Got some sacks in there. All right, defense got 4 sacks today. The interception there to end the game. Fumble recovery in the fourth quarter for a touchdown. So that was huge. That was a game changer. Without that, we're going to overtime. Without that, we might lose the game because they were on their half of the field when that happened in the fourth quarter. Turn of events there. I think that won us the game. That was the last touchdown scored in the fourth quarter. That won us the game. Tulane rushed the ball very well. 128 yards rushing for their starting running back on 21 carries. Got 1 touchdown there in the rushing game. So their offense, Tulane offense, was very, very productive. Okay, very, very productive. They outplayed K-State. Tulane outplayed K-State today. K-State was able to get the win, but we were outplayed. We were outplayed today. Mario Williams, receiver for Tulane, 128 yards. Okay, Dante Fleming, 97 yards. All right, so they had a very, very productive offensive day. What really changed the game was really that third quarter. K-State was able to keep them out of the end zone and no field goal. So no points in the third quarter for Tulane. Okay, while K-State got 10 points. So that flipped it. That tied the game up at 20-20. So that was a game changer. Okay, but after that, you're talking turnovers there. That turnover in the fourth quarter is really what won it for us. Otherwise, we're trading scores. We're trading scores and we're going to overtime. Okay. So, I don't know. I'm not really sure what to think about this. I feel like we were outplayed, but we were able to get the win. But when you look at offensive numbers, we were outplayed. More total yards for Tulane. Okay. More first downs for Tulane. Tulane had the ball longer. Okay, when you look at the offensive numbers, it kind of looks like, Tulane, edged us out there. Really, those 2 turnovers were the difference. And like you say, when it's a game of inches, it's a game of inches. All right, that turnover there in the fourth quarter changed the game. All right, and no turnovers for K-State. Changed the game. If K-State gets a turnover in there somewhere, we're talking a different result. Okay, but I don't know, man. I mean, I think this offense really needs some work. It needs some work. And I think the defense was somewhat exposed today. And I think if teams watch that film, they're going to see openings there because you're talking receivers wide open. I mean, some of those guys were just wide open. You didn't see a defender in sight. Okay. And it was mostly in the middle of the field, just cross field. All right, 10, 15 yards upfield, cross fields, and they were getting those. They were getting those and taking them run after catch. I mean, we really were unable to stop their offense. They really ran out of time because they were knocking at the door at the end of the game. Next week, we got Arizona at home. Like I said, another strong team, and we're going to have to come to play. We're going to have to clean up some things and come to play. But I think we're in position. It's another non-conference game, although Arizona's in the conference. Go figure. But I think we were outplayed today. I honestly think we were outplayed today, and we were able to get the win. So I hope the team is able to really learn from this. Even though we won the game, there's a lot to be learned from this. Defense was very porous. Offense was somewhat pedestrian, and we were able to make some big plays and get some big turnovers to win the game. But I think we got some work to do. So, again, 34-27, huge win for K-State. Huge win for K-State. And we're going to keep it moving on to Arizona. But, I think I don't know if I like how we played in this game, but we got the win. So, all right, guys, thanks for listening in today. Please feel free to hit that like button and subscribe.